very first tattoo I ever got was an old English style J on my ankle. It stood for James, which was my first love at that time, and we lasted for a good 3 years, and now it stands for Just Kidding. But I still love it, and I have no regrets. Hi, my name is Kat Von D, and I'm a tattooer because I believe that that's what I was born to do. One of my favorite tattoos is the portrait of my father that I have on my arm. My dad's always been a hero of mine, and so I think once I started doing so much traveling, it was just nice to be able to look down on my arm and see my pops with me, so it's a special tattoo for me. This is actually one of my favorite tattoos as well. I got like the heart in the hand. It's just a constant reminder to try to do everything with love. Out of all of my tattoos, I've only removed 2. One of them was on my upper arm, and it was just some of my more earlier pieces that I collected from unprofessional tattooers, and so I didn't really regret it. I just wanted to make room for bigger and better, and onwards and upwards. I think Timmy, a tattoo that sticks out the most is this man. He was 82 years old, and he came in and he had a tattoo that he had gotten when he was 16 years old. It was a heart with a banner and it said Helen on his arm, and he came back on their however many decades they were still married, and he wanted to get it redone to show Helen, and I thought there was a beauty in that. Kept my faith alive in true love. The longest stretch of time that I've tattooed for is 24 hours actually, when I set the Guinness Book World Records of doing the most tattoos in a 24-hour period, and I was able to do 400 tattoos for $20, and $20 saved 80 kids from going blind, so we ended up saving 32,000 kids from going blind, so that was the real record for sure. It was just a really magical thing to witness. I couldn't do it again, but yeah, it was nice. Even though I'm not too familiar with Lady Gaga's music, I was able to tattoo her right before she blew up really crazy, and she had just recently moved to Los Angeles from New York, and she was like, yeah, I moved out here to make it big, and to me it was like, wow, I've heard that so many times. But we did the tattoo, and she was very driven, and sure enough, like a week later, I just saw her face everywhere, and I was just really happy for her because she actually really did it, and it was just something really neat to witness. I'm pretty excited about the release of the Tattoo Chronicles. It's my second book, and I started writing about each and every one of my clients after I would tattoo them as a way of processing the stories that I would hear, and some of them are very heavy. And then I realized I was solving a lot of my own issues by listening to other people and their stories. I just decided that after so long of just listening to people and learning so much from them, it would be unfair for me not to share it with everybody else. So it's a fun book. I think it's definitely a more profound book than my first one, and I hope it will be well received. We'll see.